All right. Good morning. Tuesday morning. Ice Age TV. What the hell is going on today, right? If you follow my videos, you probably know. But if you don't follow my videos, yeah. So why do I have two front hoods open? This is radically different. My kid's confused already. We haven't gotten on the road. It's right here in the front. This is funny. So my kid doesn't even know where her luggage is. See, even she's not even abreast of the change. Your glasses are in the truck. Your sunglasses are sitting right there in the truck. So anyways, so here's the thing. Look at the difference here. Here is the Funkmobile, which is the electric F-150 Lightning. And here is the real deal, right? The Ford F-150 Shelby product. Supersnake Sport lowered F-150 with 770 horsepower with a good old Whipple supercharger on there with a 5.0 Coyote motor. And then over here is a big old battery pack, 131 kilowatt battery pack with 580 horsepower. So this thing has more power, but which gets better fuel mileage? And that's a really good, which gets the best energy mileage. So if we go to this vehicle here, we've got a 386 mile drive today. So we go to this vehicle here. What's it saying to us on the mileage? It's saying this thing can go 373 miles to empty. All right. Hey, look at this. Who's driving? Right? Who's driving? So let's go over to the F-150 Lightning truck and let's see what this vehicle says on how far it's going to go today. And it says 332 miles. So already we know that this truck here is going to get to Tennessee faster than this truck. But does it? But does it? All right, the race is on. The race is on. But I got a program where I'm going. I already lost 1 mile just sitting here getting this thing ready to go. All right, so first thing we're going to do is enter where we're going. So this thing right now is saying 6 hours, 33 minutes, 1 charger time. So, wow. Okay. That's hard to believe, right? So it's saying we're going to get there at 5:19. All right, the adventure begins. We're now officially leaving. Got the daughter behind me. I can't stand this. I got to turn off that crap where this truck starts telling you how to frickin' drive. Yeah, let's mute that all out, right? So anyway, here's the adventure. It's 10:49.
Turn right on New Valley Trail.
All right, we turned off the obnoxious voice, right? So anyway, here we go. Kids behind me. And, for me, I don't think I've even gone 1 mile yet, but I started at 333, I think. And I've already used, 4 miles? Yeah, how's this day going to play out, right? Yeah, this thing probably goes, people are saying 280 miles. 260? I don't know. Yeah, this thing showed 333 miles or whatever this morning. And what's the reality? Does this thing really go that? I don't think on the open highway it's going to do that. I think it's going to be 280. And some people out there are like, there's already some videos out there on that. Yeah, I know, I get it, but I want to do my own video. Is that okay? Hey, I know a bunch of people own a bunch of nice cars, but I don't know my own nice car. I want to experience my own thing. So that's what it's all about. I'm just sharing my fun time with my new F-150 Lightning. And, and once again, I'm really intrigued to, the realities to traveling on the roads of how it really plays out. And my biggest concern is this, I was just mentioning, is I get down to this one location I'm fixated on that has two 350 kilowatt, supercharger stations. What if you roll up and there's 4 people in front of you? Think about that. Oh my gosh. That could turn into a 3-4 hour ordeal. How I mean, that would just be a total bummer. But here's the thing. I'm getting ready to travel. I'm traveling on the upcoming weekend of 4th of July. And they're saying this was supposed to be one of the most busiest weekends since the pandemic of people traveling. So it isn't today. You know, today's a Tuesday. It's not today. It's next Monday when my wife wants to come back. I don't know, man. Part of me says come back Tuesday. Because I bet you Monday, that 81 quarter is going to be a joke. And what's the charging stations? But yeah, those rural areas out there, they're just not seeing the electric infrastructure. You know, most of these electric vehicles are just huge in the metropolis areas. You know, your metropolitan, heavy-based area. You're not really seeing a lot of electric vehicles way out on the, you know, the rural areas. And we all understand that. So, you know, do I make it to Fincastle, Virginia today without stopping? You know, meaning for charging, not saying I'll stop to use the bathroom or the kid has to use the bathroom or whatever. Is she still back there, right? You're probably saying, hey, keep it on the kid, right? Yeah, so it's the Supersnake versus the Lightning. That is the adventures of the day. And boy, just a beautiful day up here. You know, it's 74 degrees out. I mean, this is pristine. This is the perfect weather right now for this vehicle. You know, the temperature, it's not raining, you know, so right now, this by far is the best day I could pick to use this vehicle for this road trip just because of the weather conditions, you know. And trust me, in colder weather, yeah, it's a whole different ball game. In rain, you know, all that stuff's, it's the resistance factor against this battery energy. It's interesting, this morning my daughter got the F-150 Supersnake truck out of the garage. You know, and I haven't been driving any gas vehicles per se. I drove the F350 or F450, excuse me, dually truck the other day. But so here's what I'm trying to convey to you is this morning I'm moving all my vehicles around or shuffle cars around and get things in order for me to leave. And when I walk in my shop, I instantly smell that Supersnake, you know, Ford F-150 truck. I smell the exhaust and the fumes. You know, and I haven't really smelled those. And then I'm moving my Mustangs around, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just incredible on how, you know, I haven't been driving gas vehicles here for the last week, really, and you just kind of forget about that. But then, you know, you start these gas cars up, and you're all of a sudden like, wow, you know, the good old days, right? Yeah, the good old days. Is it going to be the good old days? You know, it's not. It's not. I mean, yeah, we're going to transition, but not that quickly. All right, think the kid's having fun? Yeah, I was really debating, what do we take back down to Tennessee? Or is he could just ride with me? And I got to thinking, I thought it'd be fun to have the F-150 Supersnake against the Lightning. I just thought it'd be neat. And that's such a really fun, cool truck back there. And yeah, I guess where the dogs are. And even though I kind of told her, having those two dogs up front with you, I don't know if that's a great idea. But for the moment, we're just going to kind of see how it goes. And yeah, I hear you, dog lovers. Oh my God. You can't do that. Don't do that. So, yeah, I hear you. But right now, well, I don't know if it'll last because I think they're going to kind of get in our space a little bit. But we'll see, right? Yeah, the adventures. You know, if you watch my videos, I talk in a lot of depth about how much fun these electric vehicles are. And I'm just telling you, I would not be driving this truck down to Tennessee today on close to a 400-mile trip if it just wasn't a fun vehicle. I mean, you know, to me, Ford's done a really good job on keeping the vehicle like a vehicle and not like a bucket of batteries. If that's listening to me for the first time, I reference now these EV vehicles. If they're not really the greatest of a riding vehicle and they're kind of, you're sacrificing yourself to not go to the gas station and save the world, you know, and the vehicle's a really borderline a piece of junk. I call it a bucket of batteries because the term was for years with a lot of cars, it's a bucket of bolts. But here's the thing. This vehicle is just so much fun. It's just such a great vehicle. You know, this is a vehicle that sincerely, somebody buys this, I would say, even though technology will advance to get you further in distance, but this is a keeper type of vehicle. I mean, this is just such a practical vehicle, you know, and it's an expensive vehicle, but if you buy it and you keep it, you know, long term, you know, your investment was well worth what you spent to get it. And yeah, what's getting any less expensive? I mean, it's incredible what we're witnessing on how much people are spending to buy things, So, all right, follow me along on the F-150 Lightning Adventures. Oh, what a joke. So now we're going down this road. We're doing road construction. The road's closed, but they don't give a clear indication. So, hey, for me, having to maximize every mile, that just goofed everything up, right? I mean, oh my gosh. It just doesn't end. You drive these roads, everybody knows these stories. So this road, I don't know if you heard me earlier saying it's road construction. Well, further up the road's closed. It just doesn't end. And they have a sign down here that's the worst. I mean, I guess if I would have followed the instructions here. Yeah, is a sign? Yeah, there is a sign. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Duh. So there's a sign. All right, the adventures continue. I was reading last night about how this electric, the EV thing's happening. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that just never end are lambasting the EV movement, and I get it. I understand. I'm an Ice Age guy. But here's the thing. I mean, the transition's going to happen. Whether the Ice Age guy wants to hear it or not, it's happening. And I read some really great articles last night in the Wall Street Journal, which is a really great tool to learn and get information. And usually it's pretty accurate. It isn't, like a biased paper. It's more of a business paper. Sure, every media outlet has bias to it for an agenda. But here's what I'm reading last night, that Volkswagen America, or I should say Volkswagen, and Electrify America, the charging stations, they're a partner. And what's interesting, when I was reading this article, is Volkswagen got caught with the Dieselgate, where they were, taking their diesel engines and they were falsifying the emission on them by having the computers fake out the emission stations. So, Volkswagen's really had to step it up to really the world governing bodies to share that they're really wanting to do more good than harm, and that was a huge hit against them. Well, Volkswagen is one of the key investors here in this country building out charging stations with Electrify America. Well, apparently they're going to sell out a minority of that business to Siemens out of Germany. They want to get into the country here as well, because there's a huge, as I'm speaking today, there's charging stations being installed all across the country and the world. And the article talked about, the investment, which I've talked about this other day in my technology Sunday morning conversations. I looked into being into the charging station business. But after looking at the returns, I knew, you're never going to get your money back. You're not going to get your money back. I said it's a 10-year plan. Well, the Wall Street Journal article says that your expert financial analysts say that it's a 20 to 25 year, return on your money. So for, you have to have, it's billions and billions of dollars are going to be spent, but to get your money back, it's going to take forever. And that's what I talk about all the time, is how you're not going to see electric charging stations everywhere, because it makes no sense to spend the money to do it. We don't have the infrastructure. But here's the thing. I did read another article talking about where we're going with the EV vehicles. And so right now they claim there's 10 million EV vehicles worldwide. And they're predicting between now, 2022, and 2030, there's going to be then 300 million EV vehicles. I'm sorry to say, whoa. Well, for me, how many billions of vehicles are in the market worldwide? I mean, my guess is just this country alone has 500,000, 500 million vehicles, 300 million vehicles. I don't know the number, but, so you go worldwide, it's got to be billions, vehicles are in the world. So 300 million is a lot of vehicles, but even 8 years from now, that would probably represent, maybe a tenth, a quarter, a third. I don't know. I don't know all those numbers, but when I read that, 300 million, I thought that's pretty significant. And on top of that, there was another great article talking about how so many people are critical of the future. What do you do with the batteries? And what they claim is the battery use in these vehicles is good for about a good 100,000 miles or so. And it's once you start hitting that 80% recharge capability, the life of the battery needs to be taken out of the vehicle and replaced. So, they're saying typically a car battery will recharge and you'll get a good 100,000 miles, but you'll start to degrade. And once it's at 80,000 charge capability at best, then that's when, you're going to want to probably move on to a new battery replacement. But there's a really big article talking in great depth about how already, as we speak, they're already taking these batteries and reusing them. And I have mentioned this in some other videos a while back. So for anybody out there thinking all these batteries are coming in these cars being thrown in the landfill, it's not happening. I can't say it doesn't happen, but they're already building out factories and technology to reuse these batteries. And so what they're doing is they're taking the batteries and they're actually turning them into power cells to, as a simple example would be, they'll take a bunch of used batteries and put them in a charging station where you may have, 20, 30 of these batteries that are now being used to recharge a vehicle. Or they've got them in battery packs in a little building or warehouse to just supplement power for a backup generator for a business. Or even in some parts of the world, they've got so many of these used batteries. If there's ever a power out. And then on top of that, there was another great article talking about how so many people are critical of the future. What do you do with the batteries? And what they claim is the battery use in these vehicles is good for about a good 100,000 miles or so. And it's once you start hitting that 80% recharge capability, the life of the battery needs to be taken out of the vehicle and replaced. So, they're saying typically a car battery will recharge and you'll get a good 100,000 miles, but you'll start to degrade. And once it's at 80,000 charge capability at best, then that's when, you're going to want to probably move on to a new battery replacement. But there's a really big article talking in great depth about how already, as we speak, they're already taking these batteries and reusing them. And I have mentioned this in some other videos a while back. So for anybody out there thinking all these batteries are coming in these cars being thrown in the landfill, it's not happening. I can't say it doesn't happen, but they're already building out factories and technology to reuse these batteries. And so what they're doing is they're taking the batteries and they're actually turning them into power cells to, as a simple example would be, they'll take a bunch of used batteries and put them in a charging station where you may have, 20, 30 of these batteries that are now being used to recharge a vehicle. Or they've got them in battery packs in a little building or warehouse to just supplement power for a backup generator for a business. Or even in some parts of the world, they've got so many of these used batteries. If there's ever a power out, just beautiful. Could have asked for better conditions. I told you that earlier. So here, look how fast I'm going, right? But here's the regen. So as I go down the hill here, do I get the regen out of this truck? Which I should. Okay, so what's interesting now is, what's this 295? Oh, that's funny. Well, that's how many miles are in your truck, Goofy. No, it can't be right now. No, so this is interesting. So it's showing a 295 and then a plug-in at 262. So I'm assuming, does that mean that I'm 262 miles to plugging in? Is that what that means? I don't know. If you can kind of see that right there. That's my guess. So, all right. Yep, got the kid back there. Driving the ice. Here's the kid right now. Yeah, how the dogs doing? What?
They are happy. They're more comfortable than in the Mustang.
They're happy.
They're more comfortable than the Mustang.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. I just didn't know if you want. I figure you're calling me to pull over to trade the dogs as they're driving you nuts.
No, they're laying here sleeping.
You like it?
Yeah.
You having fun driving the Supersnake?
Yes. Can you not hear me?
Well, I turned my volume up.
Oh.
I'm doing my YouTube videos, and I just had the volume down. I want the radio playing.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now I've got 295 miles of range. What do you have?
I have 344 miles till empty.
Yep. Who's gonna win, right? Who gets to Tennessee the fastest? We know. You and the doggies. You and the doggies do. But anyways, well, I'm glad that things are working out good. And truck looks good. Wasn't that crazy back there? Did you notice that road was closed?
Yes.
I didn't.
I was wondering why you were going up it, but I was just like, whatever.
Well, I had to call the doctor's office to get your pills.
Oh.
So I got distracted.
Did you not see the big road closed?
No, because I was talking to the doctor.
But this is so funny.
Well, I saw the road sign. But it didn't know if it was today or tomorrow. I didn't connect the dots for it's closed today or tomorrow. Sometimes they put those road signs up, and it gives you an advance warning that, hey, be prepared. Yeah.
The other day I was driving the dually to the horse.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, so I just turned around in that little rocky area on the left right there where the stop sign is.
Okay. Well, good. So you kind of knew what was going on, but it's all good, thank goodness. But the other person followed us too.
Well, sometimes those things aren't accurate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just a beautiful day out here. Beautiful weather, isn't it?
I know. It's perfect.
All right. Well, good deal, baby. Well, stay safe back there and stay focused. And if the doggies got to come into mind for a while, it's fine. Just keep me abreast.
Dad, you don't get it. The Mustang, it's a lot, worse.
Wow, that's hard to believe.
Right now, they are just laying here. And the Mustang, they start fighting with each other and stuff.
Yeah, well, you're still early into the game on that, so I wouldn't come to closure yet. One of them doesn't get an attitude.
It was bad the other day in the GT350.
Yeah, what you enjoy? Well, that's a good question. What you enjoy driving more, the 350 or the Supersnake truck?
I don't know. I'm dually in 5.0.
Yeah, but I'm saying driving to Tennessee and back, which is more enjoyable, the GT350 to drive or the Supersnake truck?
The Supersnake.
That's what I thought. Cool.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Okay.
All right, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep, there's the kid. So hear that? The truck kid, right? Where did she got that? Yeah, so how fast am I going, right? Usually when I go down these roads, it's a lot faster than that. As I try to maximize, what am I doing? What am I sacrificing, right? I mean, wait a second, guy. You just told me you're not going to sacrifice things to be able to drive these vehicles. Why don't you get into it? Come on. Yeah, we'll kind of start getting her up here, but open road driving, I think, really takes it away. Yikes. As I watch this mile thing continue to click off faster, and I want to see it click off, right? Yeah. And then, is this truck registered yet with Electrify America through Ford. It should be, because I activated my Ford Pass rewards on this. And I would think that this now would have been uploaded, but who the hell knows? We'll find out. This one pedal driving is really cool. I just can't emphasize enough. See that little icon over there on the left-hand part of the screen? Where, you know, you just take and let off the gas down here and the car stops. I mean, you have to kind of gauge your distance. But like right now, I'm slowing down. I don't really have my foot on the gas. And so watch, right? I mean, I've let it go a little too soon, actually. So I'm having to give a little gas. So you don't use your brake. I mean, yeah, you want to use it if you're not pacing yourself correctly. But right now, the wheel motors are actually stopping the vehicle. So, isn't that pretty cool? All right, now we're out here on Route 81. So this is now the 70, 80 mile an hour driving. So this is what's going to get interesting now. Temperature's rising. And up here in Winchester, Virginia area. So I got my Bluetooth, I got my Blue Cruise. I mean, Jesus Christ. So to kind of stay with everybody, and there we go. The camera's gonna start talking to me. But anyways, so now, how fast does this start dropping? Right? Kids back there hanging with me. Roads are a little light. Not heavy. Seems like the other day, coming back, it was kind of hit or miss. But they're saying this 4th of July weekend, for anybody traveling, it's going to be a pretty busy weekend. People are just crossing the bridge and getting out and about with this expensive fuel. That's a whole other conversation. Yeah, so here's another good conversation about the oil industry I was reading. So right now, apparently, the industry right now is down about 880,000 barrels a day pre-pandemic. You know, meaning that before the pandemic, we were producing more fuel. And now, after the pandemic, I've talked about this in other conversations, that these refineries during the pandemic, they made a decision to not update these refineries because during the pandemic, the fuel usage disappeared. So it is factual that actually they're producing less oil in our country right now. But also, they're saying, in our call, yeah, wait a second. In the Mach-E right now, you got the windows down, no heated seat on, and the range said what? And how many miles did you go?
I've gone 24 miles in only 12 miles of charge. I've done like doubling my charge by just, it's because it's the perfect temperature today. It's like 73 to 75. But you got to turn your air conditioning on and put your windows down. I bet you'd get another 7% range if you did that today.
Right. Yeah, I know, but you're on the back roads too. Those back roads really help you because you're, off and off. You're regenning back from those back roads though.
Yeah. You're also not going 80 miles an hour, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I was saying to you that we left this morning. That I think you're gonna go. I think you're gonna have 130, 40 miles of range today.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, right now it's showing it's saying I need to charge at 240 miles. I have 269 mile range right now, but it's showing that I need to charge at 240 miles. So it's already programmed in the truck that it's gonna have me stop somewhere at 240 miles. Which I don't believe that. I don't make any sense. Fincastle, Virginia is where I want to stop. And it showed for my residence 198 miles. So this doesn't make any sense, if you know what I mean. Because that's the location that has a supercharger in it. And my concern is this truck will run me off some main road to a rural area or something, and I'll be freaking off the main drag on a 150 kilowatt battery charger.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to outsmart it as I'm sitting on the side of the road and it's over, if you know what I mean. You know? So
Yeah.
good deal. All right, yeah, it's beautiful weather. Traffic's not too bad here in 81, so it's all good. Yeah, that's one of my guys that works for me. I let him drive my Ford Mach-E. How about that, right? But right now, Jesus Christ, I talk about it's not the gas, but yeah, I've had those conversations. So here's the thing: there is information now being shared out there that's going on, and yeah, consumption is down about 8%. So people are pulling back. The big truck stop operators are seeing how the consumer's buying fuel, but they're not coming in the store and buying stuff like they used to. So people are pulling back. So the gas prices, as everybody knows, is having impacts on, people's daily routines. Don't go to Chick-fil-A 5 times a week. Sorry. Go 4 times a week, right? So, all right, open road, good driving. Traffic's not bad. Definitely got to see people are definitely in the traveling mode to go camping and go to the lake and do all their fun things on this 4th of July weekend. So keep on following me along as I share you my electric energy driving first time ever on a road trip where, can be a little nerve-wracking if you've never done this before. To be interesting is, do people slow down driving? Do people actually adjust their speeds for the fuel? And I truly believe that people have slowed down on their driving. I mean, I'm doing 72. This is typically about a 75, 80 mile an hour run, 85. And so I think, look at me. Am I running 80? I think it's really going to start sucking the heck out of the battery. I think 75 is respectable. 80, I guess we'll find out, right? Famous last words as you look at my speedometer. That guy's doing 90. You freaking hypocrite. About my other videos about just a beautiful 81 scenery up here. This is the Route 81 western side of Virginia. For most people don't know this area, and it's just the Shenandoah Valley area, and it's just such a beautiful drive. Unfortunately, the 2-lane road is the most prevalent on 81, but just the mountains and all, it's just beautiful scenery. So anybody traveling through Virginia, if you can get on the western side, you're gonna like the scenery a lot better than on the eastern side. The eastern side isn't that, really nice. It's all about being out here in the west to enjoy the pretty views. All right, got the kid coming up here. You see that? It's not that easy videoing with these kind of small cameras. There she goes. How about that, huh? I think that's just a really good-looking truck. I really do like that truck. Yeah, I special ordered that. And how many of those you see flying around, right? Should probably go to the right-hand lane here in a second. I'll get another shot for you. Yeah, there you go. Good kid, right? I mean, come on. Got a little rumble to it, too. You heard me talking to one of my guys, good friend of mine who works for me, and he just lives right up the hill from me. And you heard him talking about the Mustang Mach-E. Well, here's what happened. You can't, if you watch my video from yesterday, finding electrical supplies is really challenging. So I'm putting in a charging station, the 240 hookup for him up at his house, so he can take my Mach-E home, and I'll let him work out of it. And it just makes it easier versus right now he's driving his car down and then take my vehicle out, bring my vehicle back, and he's, like I say, he's not even a mile from my house, so I don't have a problem with him taking the vehicle home. So I want to get a 240 setup in his place. And so yesterday I went to Dominion Electric, and they didn't have a breaker because he has an Eaton panel. And to the point right now, the Eaton panels, 50 amp breakers, and that's what you're supposed to use on these 240 charging systems for these cars, the Mach-E, the F-150 Lightning. The availability is like zilch. I mean, they don't have them. I mean, they're out of them. So Eaton right now doesn't really have any 50 amp breakers. I mean, oh my gosh. And I just happened to luck out where I found another supply house that actually had two. One in like Jalpa, Maryland, and another one in Virginia Beach. And I was just lucky to get one of them. But after they sell those two, they don't have any. So if you're an individual right now that has an Eaton panel that lives around my area, it's very possible you won't be able to put this 240 charging unit in because you can't get a breaker for it. Now the Square D, they had a little problems with those. That's Square D panel, but I got one, but it was a little challenging. And the Simmons, I'm going to my mother-in-law's house to set up this charging station. Southern down here in Tennessee, and that's a Siemens panel. And from what I got from the Lowe's guy yesterday, they're not having issues on breakers. But he claimed at the Lowe's store yesterday, where I had to go get all this 6.3 wire, that's a bloody fortune. He claims those Eaton 50 amp breakers, nope, can't get them. So last night, my guy's like, why don't you just throw it in a 40 and see if we can just get it to charge? Because the car needed to be recharged. He didn't feel like coming back down. So he threw the wire on the 40 in NAF. After about 3 to 5 minutes, it tripped. So you do need to have 50 amp breaker. Could you put it on a 60? The instructions don't want you doing that for fear of something goes wrong. The breaker won't trip and you'll really screw up your battery charging situation. But who did that? When I first installed my panel, I couldn't find a 50. And so, I put a 60 in, and it's a few days, like 3 or 4 days later, I swapped out the 60 back to a 50. But I just wanted that instant, charging capabilities. That's the thing. If you can't charge these cars at home, it's a major drag. I'm not lying. If you can't charge your car at home, and you're doing, the 100, 200 mile drives, no way. I wouldn't, forget it. It's gonna be a drag. You're gonna be fighting for charging stations. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Is, go to a charging station, and what if there's already 3 or 4 people that are ahead of you to charge their car? That just turns into a fiasco. So, no infrastructure. There is no infrastructure, and if a lot of people right now had electric vehicles, it wouldn't work. It'd be a fiasco. If you're traveling, you'd be fighting for charging stations. And then Tesla, yes, it's factual. Tesla is not opening up their charging stations to the Ford guys, or to the Rivian guy, or to whoever. Uh-oh, here's the kid. What's happening?
Dad, right now,
Yeah.
so cute. They're laying together on the little bench.
Aw, that's cute.
I bet you only wish you could see this.
Aw.
Because they're being so adorable.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad that you're having fun with the puppies on the ride, keeping you company. All right, I got a phone call coming in, baby. Yeah, anyway, so here, thank God I got my old Samsung Galaxy 7 phone. That's what I'm videoing with. So I have to transfer all my video content to my other iPhone, because now my iPhone storage is all jammed up again. I wonder why that is. Hey, dude, you talk a lot. You make a lot of long videos. I know, I get it. I just like talking and sharing my information. You imagine riding with me? Would you be asking to get out and hitchhike? Yeah, would you be like, can you just let me out up here? Next gas station? I think I'm going to get an Uber. It's not that bad, is it? Come on. Let's have some fun, right? Oh, wow, just beautiful scenery over here. Kids there, kind of, you got to kind of maneuver yourself in all these lanes. You got one guy doing 60 miles an hour. Next guy doing 80. We all know that story, right? And a little F-150 Supersnake truck gets up and goes. That thing is fun. Turn off your blinker, Dad. I can already hear the kid. And I'm out here on this open road. I mean, just listen. Just listen, besides the computer talking to me, how quiet this truck is. And it's just so, you know, smooth, but it doesn't drive like an SUV. You know, that's the biggest thing. It's not driving like my Expedition. This drives still like a truck. Which that's what I love about it. It's a truck. Yeah, so how much money do I spend today driving the F-150 Supersnake versus you drive an electric vehicle? So we get down there to my Fincastle, Virginia goal location. But see, I have reward points, I believe, where I don't charge. I think I get 300 kilowatts or 250 kilowatts of free charging. So technically I shouldn't be paying anything today. So the money's all going to be in that truck, which that's going to be a $100 bill. We put $20 worth of, or 20 gallons of fuel in that truck at $5-6 a gallon. You know, so there you go. I mean, where's the, that's the expenses. Surprise, this thing hasn't gone to the Blue Cruise. So why isn't this mapped? You know, I mean, what's going on? I mean, I swear I have this thing, I mean, it's gone to Blue Cruise. Doesn't make any sense, does it? So think about that guy. How much energy is he burning up? How many gallons of diesel fuel is he burning up today, right? Yeah, that's why everything's getting so expensive. All right, so here's your detailed information so far. Okay, 2% climate use, 93% driving, 3% accessories, 2% external temperature. So, yeah, okay. Wow. Tuesday, definitely a day so far for me to be heading down because, man almighty, this, I know that pay attention to the road thing drives you nuts, doesn't it? I get it. So it's just a beautiful, you know, this is great driving weather. There you go. There's an Ion S, Hyundai electric vehicle. So how far does he go? Right? I don't know. I don't know that vehicle. I'm really curious if this is where I thought I was going the other day. I don't think it is. But I think this is a really nice gas station. It's an Exxon gas station. And I swear I stopped here the last time I came down here, and I really liked this location. It's kind of a country store Exxon, and I'm be really intrigued if this is what I saw in a Google Map picture. So we're just about there. But tell you what, kids call me, hey Dad, we need to stop, you know. And this thing's warning me now to stop. It's telling me get off this exit, but it's like, yeah, Dad, I gotta use the bathroom. Yeah, you know, here's the dilemma. You know, it's trying to maximize your driving with your having to charge these vehicles. And, you know, if you stop and go to the bathroom a few times, you get to charging. Jesus Christ. But it's ironic is, think about this. You know, I've been able to go very far away. I swear this is a gas station. That's a rural, like, country store gas station. And I suppose he has some supercharger stations to the right of the gas station. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. You know, let's see how good my memory is or isn't. See, here you are. You're way out in this. Yeah, this is it. Wow. So this was my goal. But now the challenge is there are 5 people in line wanting to get the charging station. So it should be to the right of the gas station right here. When I pull up here, the charge station should be over here. There they are. See that? I was right. Nobody's there. That's exciting. But now, which is a 350 kilowatt, look for the bigger See the bigger plug here, the big blue plug? This is it right here. All right, the adventure begins. Wow. Unavailable. Ah, here you go. What'd I tell you? I told you, this is very concerning. I've heard these stories. All right. So look at this here. So this Electrify America is it. So there it goes. So my vehicle's registered, so they know that I can charge this. But here's the problem. I just know that this will probably be an hour. Okay, look at here. Welcome driver. See what it says. Okay, so receive session updates through text, under your phone number. Okay. It's charging right now. All right, so here we are. State of charge, charging time 1 minute. So yes, how long does this take, right? The 150 kilowatts, that's your challenge. Yeah. So right now, it's 2 o'clock. There's my puppy dogs right there. Wow, this is classic. So I was driving on the road earlier, and maybe you guys saw the Hyundai?
Yep.
The Ion? Ioniq. Okay, so the Ioniq was going down the road, and I even mentioned, hey, wonder how many miles they can go. What's the odds of both of us meet up at the same charging stations? But he was smarter than me. He figured out there is a 350 kilowatt, and he's charging right now, and it's really, look at this, he's at 82%. I'm on the 150 kilowatt, and I'm at 41%, so it's double the charge. So I thought these things were out of service. Even to the point over here, did this come back online? If it did, can it? Let's see, you're getting errors. And what I've heard from these guys that work for this company, they have told me these 350 kilowatt charging stations are high maintenance. The 150s, what the Electrify America guy told me, I met about 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
He said these 350 kilowatt are more of a challenge to keep in order. So the 150s are more reliable.
Yeah.
The 350s, they seem to have a lot of problems.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I already knew when I was coming down here this possibility was going to play out.
Yeah.
That I would show up, and one of two things would be the challenge. One, the 350 wouldn't be working.
Right.
Or two, I'd be 4 cars back.
Right. It can happen. Every pump I've pulled up to, it's only been me.
Right, but
so
think about on Monday. Are you going back Monday or 4th of July?
We're going back. Actually, we're going to be coming back Saturday. So
right.
I don't know. It might be busy.
Right. All right. To have my iPhone back again. What an adventure, right? Fighting the phone, fighting the charger. Yeah, so this will turn into a 2-hour stop, but I think I can leave once I get about 70%, maybe. I would say once at 70, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll make it to where I'm going. Oh boy.
Charges, but I'm not going to push it.
Okay, so this gentleman here is now sharing how he's going 700 miles?
700 miles.
Today.
Approximately. I don't know the exact amount. But
He left from Pennsylvania. He's going to Georgia. And he claims this car today, this is your first stop?
No, this is our second one because...
What time did you leave?
I didn't quite charge enough at the last station to get to my second station.
Okay, so...
we left at about 7:15 this morning.
Right.
So we've been driving. We drove straight to, I forget the name of the little town.
Right.
We stopped at a sheep station along the way.
Yeah.
After we did about 260 to 270 miles.
Right.
Approximately.
Right.
We filled up to about 90%.
Yep.
I unplugged. And I realized that the next stop I wanted to go to was just a little out of range. So
right.
we stopped just a little short here.
Okay, right.
Which was only about, I don't know, maybe 120 miles down the road.
Right.
From the other station.
Okay.
So I wish we could have made it a little further this next time. But I think we're going to do one more stop, and then we should be at our destination after that.
Wow. 700, so that's pretty impressive. 700-mile day without having to stay in a hotel. That's the challenge. But this new Hyundai, what do they call it?
The Ioniq
the Ioniq 5, and it has like a 71 kilowatt battery. But the way
7.4.
and it has a 300-mile range.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm impressed because I want to go to Florida in one of my vehicles, but my Mach-E, no way. This, I could do it, but it'd be a long day because that's a 985-mile drive. Yep. But so I'm very impressed. This is awesome. And his is already charged up. You know, but he has half the size battery pack. And over here for me, mine's making all types of noise. I'm only at 46%. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to take his plug now. And see if I can do that. All right, so here we go. So now I'm charging. Now I'm on the 350, but I didn't get my free. I'm not paying 43 cents a kilowatt. And there's the kid.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to get this to work. So this has been a learning lesson as usual. So in the 150 kilowatt, I get a free charging of X amount of kilowatts. On the 350, it's not recognizing my truck. So my guess is Ford and Electrify America said, oh yeah, we'll give you a free 150. We ain't giving you 350. So here's the thing. I started at 2 o'clock and now it's like 2:45. So yeah, if I would have pulled in the first time and I would have plugged in from the get-go, I'd probably be done. But here's, you know, these charging stations are actually confusing. You pull in, here's the 150, right? Well, over here, I thought that this was the 350 section, and I thought that was the 150 section, meaning here is a big-ass handle. You think that'd be a 350? No, a 50, 150. And then over here, it says 350, and those were out of service. So then I just assumed that the 150 over here is the only one working, but in all reality, the 350 was working too, but I just didn't go over far enough to look at that. You really got to pay attention to these things when you.
You know, if you did some research before we came, we would have known.
So let's see the receipt here. Okay. All right. So right now we're at $2.15. Oh no, this would be probably a $20, $25 bill. So we're at 51%. So, yeah. Okay. Yippee yahoo! So the hour. This turns into an hour. You see, this is cranking now. The 350 is the only way this stuff really works.
Is it now doing on 350?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you have the 350. This is a 350.
150.
150 what?
Charger.
No, right here. Look here. What's
You've
this
been
say?
complaining the whole time.
We were over on the other side. If you come over here, I pulled up on the wrong side. To the 150 side. I should have pulled up on that side, but I thought that this was both 150s. That's what I'm saying. You really have to pay attention when you pull up to these electrified stations and look at what's going on. And since we're so new to it, we don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, we should probably get gas for your truck at some point. No urgency, but at some point you want to do that. So we're at 53. So yeah, so this rocks. This here is the way to go. It's not too bad on that, but duh. Learning lessons, right? So look here. This handle is so hot. Oh my gosh. So this is now overheated. So this thing here can't take my vehicle. See that? This handle is just toasty hot. Bet you that handle is 100 plus degrees right now.
Oh, let me feel it. Wait.
Oh, you scared?
No, I'm gonna do this. Watch. Dad, watch.
No, the handle. Black part.
Oh.
Gotta grab underneath of it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Woo! That'll cook a cookie.
Yeah. All right, so this is saying to be 4 o'clock. Do it all again. This will be 4 o'clock. Right now it's not even 3, so it's saying to me that it'll be 4 o'clock for this vehicle's 90% charged. But right now, I don't think I need to worry about that. I think right now I can possibly make it, or can I? Let me do my Waze thing here. The kid can't get any gas. He doesn't take Apple Pay. Let's see how long this takes, right? So now we're going to the truck. Just for everybody to be laughing their tail off about watching my video. Oh, gas car, 2 minutes, filled up. Your truck, 2 hours, maybe. So, hey, kid. Yep. Oh my gosh. That's nice. Good, fill it up.
Do that.
Just put it in there. Oh, you didn't do it. Who did it? The nozzle? To get some towels. There you go. Hold on. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, the adventures, right? The fiasco day now. We're making great time till we get to the gas station.
I told you.
Oh, I told you so. That's all it is now. What's going on, baby?
Have you told the viewers that we have chiggers again?
Yeah, a little bit. No, not much. You're not. Nobody's tuning this channel for that reason. This isn't the medical channel. This is the car channel. Look at the little baby over there. So I'm at 61%. I have 187 miles to go, but there's another charging station down in Bristol, so I might be able to get down to there.
You're impatient.
Really?
What did you expect?
Yep, right. What would you expect in a big behemoth Ford truck with a massive battery pack? All right, killing time here, talking about my truck. We're at 68. What's the truck say, right? Let's get in the truck. Got my camera working again. All right, here's the kid. Yeah, I'm trying to get me 200 miles. I'm just about there, kid.
Oh.
We're only about another few minutes out, okay?
Oh, so should I turn off the truck?
It doesn't matter. You're fine.
Okay, I didn't know what I should do.
Well, we'll have to be stopping to go to the bathroom again, so we'll just recharge down there in Bristol.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, my goal is 70%. We're unplugging. But with having the truck on, they're at 200 miles. It says right now that we're 188 miles away. They're using 12-mile variable. How crazy am I, right? I mean, do I go for the 225 and sit here another half an hour? I think it's time to go. All right, we're heading. I don't even know who's calling me now. There it is, the wife. Oh boy. So truck's talking to me. Man, technology, right? So here's the thing. You know, back there at that location where I tried to charge my truck with the 350 kilowatt, I mean, it was just a total fiasco. From the minute I drove that location, and then my phone started ringing off the hook of people calling, looking for me. Oh my gosh. But here's the thing. The 350 kilowatt went hot and it quit charging. And the handle was hot as heck. So I don't believe on a hot day you can charge this truck on a road trip with a 350 kilowatt. It's too much. So you're really stuck with 150 kilowatts. So really, I'd have to say if I did everything right from the get-go and I didn't keep unplugging and trying things, then it would have been about an hour charge. And in all sincereness, at that type of location, I had lunch, used the bathroom, clean up. I actually talked to people. It wouldn't have really been that bad. And even if you stop to get gas, it's going to be a 10-minute. I mean, if you're going to eat something there and hang out, you're going to be there 15, 20 minutes. So it's not like I lost an hour and a half of time from 2 o'clock to 3:30. I would say realistically, I should have been rolling out of there about 3 o'clock. But that's not including I didn't charge it to the max, being I think I'll stop again and I'll just stop in Bristol. And, I'm going to probably 10, 15 minute charge, go to the bathroom, and that'll get me to my destination here in Tennessee. So, but, once again, I just right now think that the odds are you can't use a 350 kilowatt charger on a hot day on a long drive with this truck. Do I believe you can use a 350 kilowatt when you're just putting around town? Yeah, I'd be willing to bet you can with that, but on a long distance drive, especially hot weather, I bet you it's a fail. There's no doubt that charging station was, saying no way. I was meaning to take a video. I can't remember, just too much going on. I'll have to edit through my videos. But I was wanting to show you the back power supply of those charging stations, because it's battery packs. I mean, it's battery packs. What's going on is at that gas station, Electrify America has like 6 or 8 battery packs that are charging your car. You know, I get it. I've read about this stuff. You know, what they do is they utilize the cheapest rate of electricity at nighttime to charge up all those battery packs. And then in the daytime, they're charging you at a premium rate. It was like 43 cents a kilowatt for the for each, you know, for me to charge my truck. So the question is, did they pay 6 cents at nighttime, 8 cents at nighttime to charge up those battery packs, versus in the daytime would cost them like 20, 30 cents a kilowatt? You know, that's a big thing that's going to happen with these battery packs, these charging stations. You're going to have batteries charging batteries, which is pretty cool, actually. Met some really nice people down there, just good old country people. And, you know, so actually for me, I'm not on the clock to get somewhere. I get it. If you're on a schedule and you're traveling on business and you got to be here and there, yeah, this would be more challenging, more nerve-wracking. But for me, it's just me learning and having fun. My new F-150 really is fun. So pop my ears, because we got up and down the mountains. So anyways, keep on following me along, and Jesus Christ, right? Yeah, I see the kid getting gas all over the F-150. Now, my iPhone is all locked up with all my photos and videos, so I'll just have to spend hours and hours and playing with that thing next, but I don't have time for that right now. So, all right, the adventures. We already know the Supersnake would already be in Tennessee, right? Yeah. Especially if you drove it. Hey, we're making decent time here. And Bristol's only about 80 miles away. Got 115 miles. Figure I'll probably go by the Bristol Sam's Club and charge her up and then get in there. You know, not bad. I mean, you know, once again, if you're in a hurry, then yeah, I can see the person getting aggravated, but not too shabby. I mean, there's no doubt. If I knew what I was doing back there a little better, it definitely would have been a little shorter stop. But you know, it's a nice day, and I'm on vacation. So, or am I on vacation? I mean, good Lord, making YouTube videos. You're on vacation? Yeah, I know. It's a lot of work. So, you know, just sharing my fun, and that's what it's all about. And this F-150 Lightning truck is so much fun. I mean, this is such a great truck. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't have brought it. I mean, think about this. Could I bring my Mach-E down? I could, but why? I mean, there's just no reason to do that. I mean, what I mean by that is, number one, it's going to be a maybe 200-mile range car. So at 160 miles, you'd be looking for energy. And then it's not a big vehicle. So, you know, and I've already got the GT500, GT350, Mach 1, GT50, the Shelby Supersnake behind me with the kid. You know, I've already got fast, fun performance cars. I mean, those are usually down this area anyways. So there's just not really any, you know, I get it if I'm a one-car owner, but for me, this is more about the truck. This truck really is a lot of fun. It's just a great truck. I mean, it really is. I mean, I feel very fortunate that I was able to get this truck. I mean, don't take me wrong. I'm not, you know, it's like, oh yeah. I mean, I'm just like, wow, I am so lucky. Because people watch this video, they'll tell you, be like, yeah, I've got my truck ordered. I don't know if I'll ever even see that thing this year. Maybe another year. But hey, I have had to wait, you know, a few years for vehicles. I've been in the position where I've had to order something and it's taken me a year, 2 years to get it. So I know, hey, wait a second. Ford Broncos ordered in July of 2020. Got my first one in January of 2022. Got my second one in, I think, April or May of 2022. So yeah, I know the pain, waiting. But you know, meanwhile, you'll probably learn a lot from others like me, the mistakes I make that maybe help you. Yeah, I'm sure some people they're gonna, you know, say, hey, you borderline ruined that battery in your truck. All right, maybe I did. I have no idea. All I know is they have, you know, things set up so that if it does get into a dangerous situation, it shuts it down. So thank goodness that charging station is shut down. And yeah, for me, being a newbie, yeah, I mean, I've read the 350 kilowatt. Ford isn't excited about these 350 kilowatt charging stations. I mean, I know that. So, you know, so am I surprised? Not really. So it's 150 kilowatt. But I think if you haven't driven it very far, it's not hot, I think I'd be interested to see what that's all about. Anyway, just continue to follow the long ass video. I'm sure you'll be like, wow, this is a long ass video. Did I actually learn anything? All right, here I am at Sam's Club, and now the challenge is, oh, it's way over there. Yeah, this is interesting. This is like a zoo. Good Lord. So I don't know what this person is doing, but they have a turn. And I think she's... All right, this is not comforting. I mean, this to me looks like a brand... Oh, there they are. But it looks like a brand new Sam's Club's fuel center. And way over here in the corners, the charging stations, which nobody's at. But how do I get to them? I mean, it's just never-ending challenge, everybody. They're paving the frickin' driveway. So you're telling me I can't get to the supercharging station? I mean, this is insane. This is insane. Is anybody seeing this? So yeah, now I'm screwed. Look at this. What's the odds? All right, this is gonna be an interesting video. Oh my gosh. I have an electric truck.
You have an electric truck.
I need that charger.
Unfortunately, sir, this is wet sealing. It's not going to be open until about 10 p.m. tonight, and even then, it's not going to be open until about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
You've had other people walk in for the electric charging today?
What's that? We just had 2 others show. No, they did. We can't allow access.
No, I know that. I'm just saying you had other people.
Yes.
Oh, the adventure, man. What a day. I mean, Jesus Christ. Jinx, you know, I'm a believer in life. You take on a business adventure, you take on anything new, and I can promise you, I can guarantee you, everything that will go wrong. So look at this here. So now, I have 43 miles to my mother-in-law's house. I have 40 miles left, and where's my next charging station? I have, without backtracking, or the odds are I'll have to get off the frickin' main road and drive 10 or 20 miles off the frickin' road. I mean, oh my God. This is just insane. What's the odds? You know, what's the odds of Sam's Club paving their frickin' parking lot on the day I come to Tennessee for the first time in an F-150 Lightning truck? I'm playing the frickin' lotto. I mean, oh my God. This is insane. You know, what's the odds of me going to a gas station and thinking the 350 kilowatts not available, and another gentleman rolls up and it is available, and he gets in and out in 20 minutes, and I can't get my so here's the thing. Right now this is very confusing. So it's showing exit 5, but then it's going to backtrack me to that Sam's Club. I already know what it's going to do. I already see what's going on, and I just may have to putt the hell out of this thing. I don't know, man. This is really nerve-wracking at this point. And the Sheets is not going to let me charge this vehicle. I already know that because it's a Wawa. So, talk about, you know what they do have. There is a Ford dealership up here. Yeah, there's a Ford dealership up here in Bristol that probably has a charging station. Yeah, now I'm thinking I know where to go. I just figured it out. Yeah, look here. 51 miles, 37 miles. But this is showing an exit where I swear it's going to take me to the local Ford dealer. And yeah, when I get there, they'll probably have, oh, you know what? Yeah, I have no idea what they're going to say. I have no idea. Or maybe this thing's taking me to another charging station I'm just not familiar with. But I think I'm going to be all right with a glimmer of hope. And here's the thing. I guess the lesson here is when you're at a charging station, you just better max it out to the max. What's really interesting, I know the back roads. If I went the back roads from my mother-in-law's house, I'd probably make it. Because once you start going up and down hills, everything changes. So this here now is just a waste of time. This thing here, what's really unfortunate, this is very confusing. So this navigation system is terrible. I mean, I don't even know what it's doing. It's like sending me back to Sam's Club. All right, so see up here, see my Indian dealer is right up the street here. And if you get on this West State line, this is gonna shoot me back up to 81, and there's a major Ford dealership right up here on the left. And once again, do they let me, I mean, why wouldn't they let me charge my freaking vehicle there? Who knows? I'm just saying I should have just ignored this computer because I know this area down here. But here's the irony. You're telling me a Ford dealer doesn't have a charging station, or what employee's sitting there charging his car? I mean, I know that goes on big time. So, yeah, I'd have to go inside and beg them to unplug their car. But the thing is, this was showing another charging station up the way near the Bass Pro outlets. And is that factual? But it's like the charging station thing is like totally off the radar screen. It's not even making any sense now, the navigation of telling me where I charge. So this just makes no sense. See here, look. Do you see any charging stations here? Well, it's showing that Ford dealership, which is right up here on the left. I'm a motorcycle purchaser from this company, so I'd only hope that they would help me out, but who the hell knows? Yeah, and where's the damn plug? Right? Yeah, where's the courtesy plug? Hey, puppies, they're going to open up a shop and get a charge, maybe. All right, we got some loving here, thank goodness, down here in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee, I should say, Bristol, Virginia. And this gentleman here is really intrigued to know about this truck because he's got one ordered, and he's going to bring me over here to the charging station, and I'm going to let him look at the truck while I use the men's room and get the dogs out, and they let me charge my truck, which is pretty cool.
So if you go around the curb right here, you'll see another gate over there.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the little Pro Charger sticking on the ground.
Okay.
And I'll meet you back there.
All right, thank you. So they're saying Pro Charger. So it's to be. All right, so here it is. What a day, right? Now it's 6:30. How we doing on truck charging? Did it keep on charging? Let's see. How many bars? One. Yeah, this is a forever project here. This is just a 220. It's not even a Pro Charger. Ugh. Let's see how far we go now. Probably about 5 miles. 35 miles. We still need 49 miles. So now what we have to do is we'll have to let this sit here for about an hour because they don't have really the right charging station. And there you go. All right, so forget it. This is probably an hour to 2 hour project. We're gonna get something to eat. Good thing I brought 2 cars, right? Oh, the adventures. How to get this thing to... All right. Okay, kid, get on my seat. Let me drive a truck. All right, so here's the next adventure, right? Why is my camera... See, it's not really the right position anymore. What I changed, who knows? All right, time to take a drive. That'll take about 2 hours to charge at least. Good job, babies. Isn't this a great idea? I can't even get in the truck. Move over. All right, dogs.
Mom's asking how the trip's going, so call her.
Yeah, I know. I ain't no hurry in that. She ain't going nowhere. Yeah, is it the ride of hell now? Is it the drive of hell? All right, well, now it's like 6:30, so yeah, my wife will actually beat us. My wife left at 3 o'clock.
This is such a joke. I'm sorry.
She'll be showing up before we get there, probably. Yeah, now we got some power. Yeah, this little bad boy scoots, doesn't it? Back to the real deal car, right? Why don't you just drive this damn thing, right? Leave the bucket of batteries back at the dealership. Is that what we do?
Yes. It is a bucket of batteries that doesn't charge at all. Even though you wait an hour for it, and then you waste all your day on the road.
Wow, the hate.
Aw, Ginger. Even she's tired. She's been laying on me all day.
Nice. So you've had that fun part, right?
Yeah, until she pulls out my charger, and then I get mad at her about
Oh my
it.
gosh. Sounds like the kid's having challenges of her own in this gas-driven behemoth.
Not really.
Is that more like it? Now we're having fun today. Yeehaw!
Dad, why don't you just put all this...
You know what's interesting is I think there's a supercharger station right up here.
Watch out.
Well, I don't know. Were you hungry?
Yes.
They say there's a great barbecue place up here.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so all the
I love
aggravation.
barbecue!
Yeah, well, okay. So all the aggravation.
Oh my God!
I remember them building the place, but I think we went the wrong way. We should have gone the other way.
What's it called?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
4 parts.
Yeah, there is. No.
Where?
No, I hope they're not talking about Zaxby's. Oh, God, I hope that wasn't they were
Dad
telling me.
Buddy's Barbecue.
Yeah, that's what it is. Where's that?
It just said it on the sign.
Yeah, we saw it being built a few years ago.
You mean a few months ago?
I swear.
Is it across the street?
I don't know. Oh, it did say that?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I swear it's up here on the left.
I think you're right. I swear I saw it when we were going to, we come down here and watch Top Gun by the time it's done.
Well, if we didn't have the dogs with us, we'd probably do that.
I don't want to see a movie. I want to get something to eat.
Okay. All right, just hanging out here in the back of the truck, killing time. Letting dogs eat some corn. Kids hanging out there. I can actually look at my truck remotely to see what it's doing. So right now, I still don't have enough miles to get to my destination. It's 7:15 as we hang out in Bass Pro Shops. All right, we're heading back.
And the dealer's about to close.
And here's my status on my truck. I can remotely check it. So we got like 44 miles. I need 50. I really need 60.
Like stinky feet.
You know what I mean?
Why does it smell like that?
So like what?
Have you been washing
So-
your Crocs?
It's the dogs. So anyways, we're heading back. Now the challenge is the dealership close up on us.
Huh.
So we're gonna have to go back.
Really?
See what's going on. All right, so what's the guess on the truckie? Let's check her out. All right, well, look at that. Not even a 1 bar. I mean, in all due respect to any Ford dealer, put a Pro charger in. I mean, don't put the regular charger in. I mean, this just isn't going to work. A guy like me comes off the road. I mean, think about it. So, but oh well, better than nothing, right? All right, so let's get in the truck and let's see what's going on here, right? See what it says. Bet you it says 50 miles. What does it say? 55. And we need about exactly that to get there. Yikes. We got good news. 32 miles, 56 miles. So we can head on in. All right. A big thank you here to Friendship Ford in Bristol, Virginia. These guys saved the day for us. Thank goodness. Interesting. Why is that like that? I have no idea. What's going on now? But anyways, hey, we're going to make it. What an adventure, right? A little bit of food. Get some electrical energy back in you. And life is good. And I got the puppies here with me. And I got to put the window up a little bit there. So it doesn't fall out. And that one didn't fall out, right? Don't want that fiasco today. All right, we got to go here. But hey, we're making some headway. Wow, what a road trip, right? Sure hope everybody's enjoying this thing. More of the question is, am I enjoying it? But you know what? It's definitely an adventure. And I am enjoying it, but yeah, it's been an adventure. Bass Pro Shops, right up there in the hill. You know what? I don't know, my phone gets all these alerts. It says we have thunderstorms maybe coming. So for me, get those windows up. That'll drive me nuts. Listen to this. But anyways, I gotta get mine now. I gotta get my AC back on. Yeah. The adventures, right? The adventures. I just drove the F-150 Supersnake, and that little thing's a little monster, but oh my gosh, this thing here, you know? I mean, this thing here just goes. I mean, this thing just rock and rolls, but I ain't gonna do that to wear it on my battery, so I'm down to 25 miles, and I'm saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been racing my F-150 Supersnake, but I need to do that, don't I? I need to race the F-150 Supersnake. I'm going to do a roll race. How about that idea? Let's do some roll racing now, right? Hey, we're down here in Bristol, Tennessee, where it's NHRA drag weekend last weekend. And the weekend before, actually. I have the kid pull up next to me, and let's see who can get into it and go, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, what else do I talk about, right? I mean, watch this video. It's a forever video. But oh my gosh, what a day. And I gotta tell you, I still love the truck. Yeah, I mean, you know, and the thing is, you gotta finesse this stuff. You gotta learn how to kind of manage your, you know, it's definitely more challenging, you know, on a road trip. Local up where I am, it's not challenging at all. I can charge my truck every day at my house. But road trip, yes, much more challenging. It's been a great adventure for me. But I just love this truck. I mean, this truck is just so nice. I mean, it is so nice. So to somebody like, well, I'd get rid of it. It's too much you're paying ass. I ain't doing that. I'm not getting rid of it. I mean, in all sincereness, who hasn't had a vehicle break down, get a flat tire, run out of gas, electrical problem? I mean, you can go through the infinite list of somebody having a road trip, of you having an incident that really screws everything up for the day. Yeah, if you haven't had that, then you don't do road trips. You know, it's inevitable if you live on the roads and you go drive around. So, you know, the point is, awesome truck. A little frustration back there earlier. He kind of felt me probably freaking out a little bit, which, yeah, I mean, I just was getting a point like, what the heck is going on here? So, and my assumptions were right this morning. I said the danger is you max out your distance. I mean, did I talk about this in some ways? Yeah, I maxed out my distance to the next charging station to be able to get to my destination. And yeah, catch 22, right? You know, got caught my pants down, meaning, you know, they're all played out. Couldn't charge my truck. All right. Anyways, I think you've all have heard enough. You're getting you got, I hope, a lot of information today to help you maybe do things better than me. And I'm sure people will weigh in. Oh, don't you know this and that? And that's cool. Hey, man, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. You know, I'm more than happy to hear other people's ideas and views and learn. And that's what it's all about. That's all it's about. I'm just trying to radiate to people. You know, hopefully my experience helps you have a better experience. That's really what it's all about. You know, that you're like, yeah, I want that F-150 Lightning center range, or nah, I don't want center range, or yeah, I might get an electric truck. I might get one. There's no way. I don't want anything to do with it. Gasoline works for me. Always will. Always has. And who cares? Or, wow, I'm thinking about getting an electric truck, and this just kind of opened my eyes up to it's doable, and I'm up for it, and I'd love to have one. I mean, I'm the latter. What do I have? Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Ice Age TV, and to continue your conversations, or what is the next conversation? It's probably going to be trying to get my electric pulled into this, my mother-in-law's house, which is going to be a project, and then I'll find out they have no Siemens or Siemens or whatever you just pronounce. They're putting having breakers down here so I can put the damn thing in. Oh my gosh, if that's the case, then you know what? I got a big problem. You know why? Because I'm going to have like maybe 20 miles to get somewhere. That would be a problem, wouldn't it? Yeah, and I didn't even bring the 120 adapter bag with me. So I don't even, well, I could go back to Ford over there, and they probably loan me one. Oh, yeah, maybe adventure's not over. Weird. This whole trip, this thing never went to Blue Cruise. What's that all about? I mean, being this is the Lariat package, not the Platinum package, I swear that the this thing, Blue Cruise, came on this thing back where I live. You know, just so much technology in these vehicles anymore. It's insane. You know, I mean, it really is. For you to really be up on this vehicle, you really have to spend a lot of time just really reading about it, experimenting with it. It's a lot, but I like that. Yeah, right. Well, why don't you know how to use it then, right? All right, so let's at our trip info, 2.2 miles per kilowatt. And as far as the other information, that's just the longevity of the truck, meaning I didn't set a trip one when I left this morning. But overall, I'm getting 2.2 miles per kilowatt. So times 131 kilowatts, you know, what does that equal? So that's like 260, right? I think we all thought this is about a 260, 280 mile truck on the open road.